Welcome to the first episode of The Clue, our monthly series where I, the owner of Clue, discuss what we've been doing in Clue to give you a clue of what we're doing in Clue. So we're going to cover a little bit more than a month today because it's our first episode, but we should probably cover right back from the Clue Labs launch. So Clue Labs launch happened on the 13th of February 2025. I was so nervous about this. We had a massive launch. It was really, really beautiful. We had it inside the zoological museums in Cambridge. I purposefully invited people to the launch that I really wanted to kind of connect with and connect into the company. But right up until the day before, the technology was not ready for launch. I feel like this is the classic kind of thing that happens in tech companies, but we've been working on this technology for over 2 years. It's been an absolute labour of love. We've had to go through a few different technology companies to help us build this out, but the day was the day, and we had to get it ready. We had to get it out there. And I've since learned that actually being done is better than being perfect. And we purposefully launched, sort of founder rates. We told everyone very openly that you're coming on board into a working project, and we put it out there. On the actual day, on the Friday, the 13th of February, Thursday, the 13th of February, we were all sat in the office and we opened up the doors around about 12 noon, and it just went mental. Absolutely. I've never had anything like it. There were streams and streams and streams and streams of people signing up to our technology. We later realized that people were creating accounts and we had to still push them through the paywall. But all of the team were manically trying to get everyone onboarded, were manically trying to work with everyone. I was sat in the front of the office getting my makeup done, crying. Like, I have never had an experience like that. Honestly, I can't even tell you. We opened it up and we had over 438 accounts, I think, made in the first hour. And we hit 5K MRR in the first 15 minutes of launch. And it was just so overwhelming that I was sat there. I said to the makeup artist, just give me a minute, please. I put my headphones in and I blared Wicked into my head. And I was like crying. The makeup artist kept like dabbing my tears away with a cotton bud. She was, don't ruin your makeup because you're supposed to be sort of opening it up for this massive launch later on. After working on something for so long, going through so many challenges, which is a story for another day, is definitely not something that I can discuss in this episode of The Clue. Just having it out there and having people actually buy it and like it was phenomenal. Since then, the software has been really bedded in with over 80 companies. People are seeing results from it. People are getting, one person got 3 inquiries off the first post that she made on Clue Labs. And she made her money back like within one of those inquiries. Other people have seen return on their value within 7 days. Specifically, one account specifically chose awareness, and they grew from 528 average views to 3,200 average views within 7 days of using Clue Lab software. Like, it really works. But since then, it's been really tough keeping up with it. It's amazing having a whole bunch of people come on board into software, but that brings with it its own problems. So you have scaling problems, you have overload problems. We had so many bugs that we didn't even realize existed. It crashed quite a few times. There was a couple of times where the software just decided that it was going to pull through all of someone's social media data instead of just the most recent 20 posts. And that obviously crashed the system for 2 days. We couldn't figure out why. I was supposed to be skiing with my family in Switzerland, but no, I was on Slack trying to figure out why this bug had happened. And also since then, we've had a changeover of team. So we were working with, in fact, my brothers, they were building out the software ready for launch. But since then, we've moved into internal team and we've spent time bedding them in. They've spent time learning the code. They've spent time getting to know it, fixing the bugs. And we're on the edge right now of being really able to go for scale, new features and building it out again. So the launch was insane. Since then, it's been a lot of work, But it's been really satisfying. I'm really grateful for it. It's been really rewarding. The team have absolutely pulled together like I can't even say. The other things that have happened this past month, so we also have Clue Content. Inside of Clue Content's absolutely smashing it. So Clue Content in the past couple of months have managed to onboard and deliver content for 2 global clients. I thought we'd be hitting global contracts by the end of this year, I was hoping, but we managed to do it a lot sooner than that. And the content they are delivering is just so good. I mean, some of the content that they're delivering, again, within 7 days, our clients are seeing returns. You know, someone secured an investment on LinkedIn from the first Clue content post that they put out there, an investment of 2 million from one post. It's just insane. And the team, we've got a really slim, small team. There is only 6 core members in our team. We do have an offshore editing team. We do have a whole development team. But the 6 core people in the company are absolute ride or dies. And the past month has been a real privilege of me being able to watch them properly take ownership of Clue Content and properly take ownership of the sort of customer element of Clue Labs, while I've been able to step back and make decisions on roadmap and technology growth, but then also doing crazy things like going to India for a fundraising trip where we were driving tuk-tuks across the south of India. And it's not just been me going away for like some sort of hoo-ha. I purposely went away to India, to South India. We flew into Chennai, drove tuk-tuks across South India and finished in Goa to raise money for charities, which is something I'm really passionate about, but also because I really, really, really wanted to network with these amazing group of women. These are like sort of top tier business owners. You've got a company that's on the edge of an IPO, you've got national global brands going. And I thought, do you know what? That sounds like the kind of place I should be. So the team properly took it on themselves to really hold the company, to really, and actually I think since I've been back there, they wish that I was away again, but to really do the things that they needed to do. And I went off to India. It's been a busy couple of months, actually. India was an insane journey. I broke on day one. I really broke on day one. I snapped and I made friends and I got nipple crippled and I drank manky beer and we stopped a 5-lane highway of traffic just to get the tuk-tuk through. And I've never been surrounded by a bunch of people who understand the way that I feel about business and the way that I feel about my life and my work and my passion in business more than I did with the people that I went away with. And one thing I've learned off the back of that trip is to really immerse yourself in places and with people that really get you. Like I managed to come back from India. My team will attest to this, I think, to come back from India in a way that I was really like myself again. I think when you're growing a company, you can get pulled in the direction of people pleasing customers, people pleasing your team, people pleasing your investors. And then as a mum as well, you're people pleasing your kids, people pleasing the schools, people pleasing your husband. Although my husband doesn't need much people pleasing. You get caught in this trap of trying to make a world for everyone around you and you forget about your own world. So going to India, coming back, realizing my team are absolutely fucking smashing it. And the technology's growing and the content clients in Clue Content are just phenomenal and being delivered exceptional work, was just phenomenal. And then to also come back having gathered a bunch of friends who maybe they own bigger businesses, but I really feel like are just further along in the business. Maybe they've been doing it 7 years and I've been doing it too. Was just invaluable. So the clue of Clue this past month and a bit has been that things are absolutely chaotically busy under the hood. I'm off trying to basically work on business development. Half the team are working on developing out an amazing the software and all of the feature development and the growth that we can do in the software. The other half of the team are working on delivering insane content for our Clue clients. And 2025, it's going to be a slower growth than I wanted it to. I'll be honest, I wanted to be a lot further ahead in terms of sort of revenue and scale. But I think 2025 is going to be the year that really cements things for us. And we've definitely had setbacks in 2024, which again, I'll save for another video when I can, when I'm legally allowed to talk about it. And I've had to realize that we're a little bit more behind than I thought we were, but everything's gone well. Everything's been moving in the right direction. My big takeaways from this week are, number one, get something done before it's perfect. Otherwise, you'll never get it done. I could have definitely delayed the launch of the technology for another year. Number two, delegate, let your team crack on, and put what you need to put in place. You know, I've put in KPIs in place and expectations in place, but they meet them every time. But just so they know where they are and they can report into me. So definitely put those things in place. And number three, immerse yourself and let yourself be in places where there are people who get you, because the growth, the connection and the understanding of yourself will be much better from those places. And you'll in turn then be able to deliver sort of much better for your team and for your company if you're making sure that you're doing that for yourself.